where n is the number of fundamental particles which are in the charge q, that is E q by m. Vx square plus Vy restoring force. These only. Hi students, welcome to my channel Dr. Physics. In today's video we are going to learn about a motion of a charged particle in a uniform electric field. Now see here, now I am taking a uniform electric field, some E bar. Now if I place any positive charge in this, a positive charge, then what will happen? This positive charge will stay there. No, the positive charge won't stay there. This will be experiencing some force. What is the force? The force is equal to E bar into Q. The force F is equal to E into Q, where E is electric field intensity, where F is the force, where Q is the charge of the particle. Now if it is a positive charge, then the force direction and the electric field direction will be same. Now by chance if it is a negative charge, this is electric field and this is a negative charge, minus Q. Now in which direction the force will be acting? See, always remember electric field lines are in this direction. That means somewhere, I don't know where is that, somewhere there is a positive charge. Now somewhere if there is a positive charge and if I keep a negative charge, what will happen? These two will attract. That means the force experienced on this negative charge will be F in this direction. Now even the formula is same, F bar is equal to E bar into Q. But the direction will be, because the Q is negative, therefore direction will be minus. Therefore here both F bar and E bar both are anti-parallel. Here E bar and F bar both are parallel. Same direction, here opposite directions. Okay, well and good. Now see here. Please remember that if this is electric field and this is the charge Q, then the force experienced is E bar into Q. And what is the acceleration experienced? This is having some mass m. This will start to move with an acceleration. If there is some force, that means there is some acceleration. What is acceleration? A bar is equal to F is equal to mass into acceleration. Therefore A bar is equal to E bar into Q by m. The acceleration formula, the force formula. Okay, now see here. Now same with this one. This is the ground, this is the surface, and now I am placing some charge of mass m and some charge q, positive charge. Now there is some gravitational force, it is placed in the air, that means there will be always some gravitational force acting downwards. Therefore the downwards gravitational force is, that is nothing but the weight, that is nothing but m into G. Now, if I want to balance this charge, observe carefully, if I want to balance this charge in the air, then in which direction the electric field must be? Think. If I want to balance this charge in the air itself, then in which direction the electric field must be? There is some upward, downward force. If it has to be in the air, then there must be some upward equal force, that is F. Now, this F we will get by electrostatic force. That is nothing but E into Q, where E is electric field intensity, where Q is the charge of the particle. Now for this the force has to be upwards. That means in which direction the electric field must be? The electric field must be in this direction, vertically upwards. If it is a positive charge, then the force and the electric field direction will be same. Therefore if I apply upward electric field, then this charge will be having some force upwards. Now when I adjust this electric field in such a way that when the upward force is equal to downward force, that is mg is equal to E into Q, then this will be equilibrium in the air. Okay, now I got the equation, well and good. Now they told to find the number of fundamental particles. The number of fundamental particles. Now what to do? How can I find it? Number of fundamental particles means how many electrons I had given to the system, I had given to the charge, or how many electrons I removed from the charge. That is nothing but the fundamental. Fundamental charge is nothing but an electron. If I remove one electron, it will be one positive charge. If I give one electron, it will be one negative charge. Therefore, they told to find number of electrons removed from the body. Now, how can I do this? Now here, m into g is equal to E into any charge q. Always the charge is quantized. Means it must be always integral multiple of electrons. Fundamental basic quantity of charge. There is nothing but electrons. Therefore, instead of q, I am writing as n into E. Therefore, what is n? N is the number of fundamental particles. Therefore, n is equal to m into g by E into small e. Where n is the number of fundamental particles which are in the charge q, where m is the mass of the charge, where g is acceleration due to gravity, where E is electric field intensity which is upwards, where E is the charge of one electron. Therefore, these are the number of particles present in this charge, so that this can be balanced in the air when it is placed in a electric field E. I think this is clear. Okay, some important points. If the electric field direction is in the same condition, if the electric field direction is reversed, in the same condition, now it is balanced in the air. Now, if suddenly I reverse the electric field direction, if electric field direction is reversed, then the body will fall with acceleration 2g. If I left it freely, it will fall with an acceleration g, that is acceleration due to gravity. But if I reverse this, now I balanced in the air, well and good. Now if I reverse this electric field, then this charge will fall with an acceleration due to gravity 2g. That is double the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, now next one. If I on and off this electric field intensity, that means for 1 second electric field is there, and for 1 more second electric field is not there. Again for 1 second electric field is there, again for 1 more second electric field is removed. If that is the case, if I on and off the electric field, then the body will move with uniform velocity. If the electric sphere, what is the force? Force is nothing but, what is the force? Force is nothing but UQ, that is nothing but m into g. Now, that means the force EQ is also nothing but m into g. Now suddenly if the electric field direction is reversed, then on the body there is always mg, and there is one more force. What is that? EQ. No, already I got EQ as mg. Therefore, downward force one more force, that is m into g. Therefore, downward force is 2 into mg. There is nothing but m into 2g. That means this will fall down as if the acceleration due to gravity is acting 2g. Observe carefully. Okay, well and good. Now if I on and off this electric field for 1 second on, for 1 second off, for 1 second off, for 1 second on, if I continuously do that, then the body will move with a uniform velocity, not with uniform acceleration. Please remember this, very important question. If the electric field is on and off momentarily, then the body will move with a uniform velocity, not with acceleration. Okay. Now we will go to the actual topic. Okay. Now see here. This is a positive charge plate and this is a negative charge plate. Now between the two parallel plates, always there will be a uniform electric field. Always remember, between two parallel plates, always electric field is uniform. Therefore, the electric field is uniform. This is electric field direction, E bar. This is electric field direction, E bar. Now, if I place any charge Q of mass M at the starting of the that means nearer to the positive plate. If I place any charge Q of mass M near to this, now the distance between the two plates is D. The distance between the two plates is D. The electric field is E. The mass is M. And for the charge, it is Q. Now it is placed near the positive plate. Well and good. Now they told to find after t seconds, the velocity of the charge. Next one, the distance traveled by the charge. Distance traveled by the charge. Now third one, the acceleration of the charge. Fourth one, the kinetic energy of the charge. And fifth one, the work done by the charge. Okay, now see here. After some t takes, initially the velocity of the body is u. That means here I left a charge very simply freely. That means initially the charge is 0. When I place any charge in a uniform electric field, this charge will experience some force. What is that force? If it is a positive charge, then the direction of force and the electric field will be same. That means the force is acting in this direction. That is F. F bar is equal to E into Q. Therefore, what is acceleration? The acceleration acting on the body is, first one, what is acceleration? Acceleration is nothing but EQ by M. That is acceleration acting on the particle. That is EQ by M. That means now this charge will start to move in this direction with an acceleration EQ by M. Okay, well and good. Now what is the acceleration? Now what is the velocity? Velocity after some time t. Now initial velocity is 0. Final velocity I don't know. But acceleration I know. The body is moving with a uniform acceleration. That is EQ by M after some time t. Now what is the velocity? V is equal to U plus 8. Now they told to find the velocity after some time t. Therefore, V is equal to 0 plus what is the acceleration? EQ by M into t. Therefore, nothing but EQ t by M. Now you got the velocity, well and good. Now, in time t, what is the distance traveled? Initially, the charge is here. Now, after some time t, the charge will be somewhere here. They told to find that x. Therefore, the distance traveled by the charge in time t is equal to S is equal to ut plus half ad square. Initial velocity of the charge is 0. Therefore, S is equal to half into what is the acceleration? The acceleration of the charge is EQ by M into t square. Therefore, the distance traveled by the charge is EQ t square by 2m. That is the distance traveled by the charge. Okay, well and good. Now, next one, how are they able to find? Kinetic energy of the charge. How can I find the kinetic energy? What is the kinetic energy? You guys know it. What is the kinetic energy? The kinetic energy of the charge is nothing but half m v square. That is half m. Mass is mass. Now what is the velocity? The velocity is EQ t by m. EQ t by m whole square. There is nothing but half m e square q square t square by m square. M 1m cancelled. What is remaining? E square q square t square by 2m. The kinetic energy of the particle of the after some time. Initially the kinetic energy. What is initial kinetic energy? Initial velocity is 0. Therefore initial kinetic energy is 0. When I place this charge in a uniform electric field, then it will have some acceleration. That means slowly the velocity will increase. If velocity is slowly increasing, then the kinetic energy of the particle also increases. And at some certain time t, the kinetic energy of the particle is E square q square t square by 2m. Please remember this. Okay. Now see here. Now next one, the work done. What is the work done? According to the work energy theory, according to the work energy theorem, what is it? The work done is nothing but the kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. The work done is nothing but a change in the kinetic energy. That is kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. What is the kinetic energy initial? Initially the kinetic energy is, initial velocity is 0, therefore kinetic energy is 0. What is the kinetic energy final? That means at time t. What is the kinetic energy? That is E square q square t square by 2m. That is the work done. The work done by the force on the charge when it is placed in uniform electric field in time t is this much. Now if you observe carefully, the acceleration is independent of time. That means whatever be the time, the acceleration is uniform, it won't change. No, the velocity is directly proportional to time. That means as the time is increasing, the velocity gradually increases. The velocity is directly proportional to time. Now the displacement is directly proportional to t square, and the velocity, for the kinetic energy also directly proportional to t square, and the work done, even the work done also directly proportional to t square. These proportionalities are very important. They will ask in the exams. If the time is 2 seconds, the velocity of the body is 10 meters per second. If the time is 10 seconds, what is the velocity? This type of relation questions they will ask in the exam. Please remember, acceleration independent of time, the velocity is directly proportional to time, the displacement is directly proportional to the t square, then the kinetic energy, work done, and directly proportional to t square. There is a motion of a charged particle in a uniform electric field. Now we'll see one more. Projection of a charge perpendicular to the uniform electric field. Projection of a charge perpendicular to the uniform electric field. How the velocity will change, how the displacement will change, how the acceleration will change, everything we'll see now. See here. These are two parallel plates. Now there is one more parallel plate, negative charge. Now in which direction electric field will be? The electric field will be vertically downwards. This is electric field direction, that is E bar. It is a uniform electric field. Everywhere the electric field intensity will be same. Okay, now well and good. Now I got the electric field E bar. Now this electric field, now if I project any charge Q on mass M with initial velocity V0, if I project any charge with a velocity V0 perpendicular to the electric field, now they told to find the velocities, accelerations, the displacement, the angle, everything with respect to the time. Now see here. Assume in acceleration due to gravity is 0. There is no acceleration due to gravity. Now this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Now if it is a charge q, then because of the electric field, what will be the direction of the force? Think, this is a charge q, this is a charge q. Now what will be the direction of force? What will be the direction of force? If this is a positive charge, always the positive charge will have a force in the direction of electric field. That means the direction of force will be downwards. Direction of force is downwards. That means this charge will be pulled downwards. Now what is acceleration? The acceleration in y-axis, what is acceleration? Acceleration is EQ by m. Therefore the acceleration along the y-axis is EQ by m, but that is because of the electric field. Now what is the acceleration along x-axis? The acceleration along x-axis is 0. There is no acceleration. Now if there is no acceleration, what is the meaning? The velocity is uniform. What is initial velocity in x-axis? Initial velocity is v0. Initially along x-axis, what is the velocity? It is projected with the velocity v0 x-axis, along x-axis. Initially the velocity along x-axis is v0. Now what is the final velocity? The final velocity along x-axis, that is also v0, because it is acceleration is 0, therefore the velocity won't change. Now here the initial velocity uy is how much? It is projected with a velocity, horizontal velocity. Therefore initially the vertical velocity is 0. Therefore initial vertical velocity is 0. Now what is the final vertical velocity? Some value. Now how the body projection will be? The body is having some horizontal velocity v0, therefore the body will move in this direction. And now the body is pulled downwards. Therefore the body slowly moves downwards. Therefore the body will follow this path. A projectile path. The body will follow this path. Now at some particular time, it is having some velocity v0 and here it is having some velocity vy. It is having some velocity Vx. Now this is making some angle theta. Now they told to find the Vy, Vx and the resultant velocity V and the angle made, the acceleration, everything they told to find. Now, okay, now see in x-axis, S is equal to ut plus half at square, where S is nothing but the x. That means after some time t, the body is at a distance x from the starting point. That means somewhere here x. This is x. This is x. That means I told to find that x. How can I find this x? After some time t, the body is at this point. Along x-axis, what's the distance? That is x. If x is initial velocity is v0 into t plus half, acceleration is 0. Along x-axis, acceleration is 0. Therefore, it is simply v0 into t. Therefore, what is the time? Time is x0, x by v0. Okay, well and good. In along y-axis, then tell me, in y-axis, now what is x is equal to ut plus half at square. Along y-axis, S is nothing but the displacement y. Therefore, I am assuming from here, this is initial axis. Now from here it is a displacement. This is y. For this y, how I will get? Y is equal to initial velocity along y-axis is 0 plus half, acceleration is eq by m into what's the time? T square. Therefore, y is equal to half eq by m into what's the time? Time I can take as x by v0. Therefore, x by v0 whole square. Therefore, half eq x square by m v0 square. That is y. Is directly proportional to x square. If y is directly proportional to x square, then what is the meaning of that? That means the path is a parabola path. That means this path, the path followed by the charge in a uniform electric field is nothing but a parabola path. There is nothing but simply, it is like simply like a horizontal projectile from a tower. It is simply like a horizontal projectile from a tower. If you are good with 2D, then this topic is very easy topic. Okay. Now, what is the resultant velocity? V. The resultant velocity V is nothing but Vx square plus Vy square. Now, what is Vx? Initially, the velocity along x-axis is v0. Finally, the velocity is v0 because the acceleration is 0. If there is no acceleration, then velocity won't change. Therefore, Vx is how much? Vx is v0. Okay, well and good. Now, what is Vy? Initially, the velocity is 0. Therefore, Vy is equal to u plus a t. Therefore, Vy is equal to initial velocity is, that is uy into ay. Uy is 0 plus what is ay? Ay is nothing but eq by m into t. Therefore, what is Vy? Therefore, under root of v0 square plus what is that? Vy is nothing but eq by m into t whole square. Therefore, if you find this value, depending on the time, you will get the velocity. The resultant velocity v is nothing but root of vx square plus vy square. That is nothing but root of v0 square plus eq by m into t whole square. Now, what is the angle made? Theta. The angle made theta is nothing but what is theta? Tan theta is equal to Vy by V Ex. Vy is nothing but how much? Eq m by into t. What is Vy? Vy is nothing but V0. Therefore, the tan theta, the angle made by the velocity vector with the x-axis, that is theta. The tan theta is nothing but eq t by m V0. Okay, now I got the velocity, tan theta, angle made, the displacements along x-axis x, V0 into t, y, half eq x square by m V0 square. Everything I got the path of the body, that is y is equal to x square, that is parabola path. Now, I assume the acceleration is equal to 0. But if there is some acceleration due to gravity, then the acceleration net, a net is equal to what is a net? Along y-axis, what is the acceleration? That is eq by m. If there is some acceleration, the acceleration reacts downwards. That means net acceleration downwards is along y-axis, eq by m plus g. Therefore, the net acceleration is eq by m in plus g. Now, if by chance, if I reverse the polarities, that means if I reverse the plates, then the downward force is m into g and the upward force is f. That is eq, that is e into q. That means the net acceleration when this condition, if I reverse the plates, then the charge will move upwards with an acceleration a net. What is that a net? EQ by m minus g. The a net, that is a net. Because the g is downwards, EQ by m is upwards. Therefore, the resultant acceleration is EQ by m minus g. That means the a net is nothing but plus or minus g. EQ by m plus or minus g. This plus or minus g, I will take the signs depending on the direction of the electric field. If E bar and G bar both are same direction, then I will take plus. If electric field direction and the gravitational force downwards, both are opposite directions, then I will take minus. Depending on the directions, you can take plus or minus. Therefore, everywhere, wherever you see AY, instead of AY, EQ by M, I should keep this one. Just keep it there. Everywhere you keep this AY is equal to this value, you will get the answers. That's all. There is no change. Okay. If you guys are good with 2D, projectile motion, horizontal projectile, these things are nothing. These are very simple topics. Okay, next one. Small topic, 5 minutes topic. The time period of the simple pendulum in a uniform electric field. Okay, now say me. Time period of the simple pendulum in a uniform electric field. Time period of simple pendulum in a uniform electric field. In uniform electric field. Now say me. See here. This is the time period of a simple pendulum. What is the time period of a simple pendulum? That is 2 pi root of L by G. Do you remember this? Where L is the length of the simple pendulum, where G is the acceleration due to gravity acting at this place, where the time period is T is nothing but 2 pi root of L by G. The acceleration due to gravity is downward G. Now, if I place this time simple pendulum in a electric field region, now what will happen here? This is a simple pendulum and the charge of this simple pendulum is some positive charge Q. Some positive charge Q. Now the electric field direction is downwards. This is the direction of electric field, E bar. Now say me, what is net acceleration? The net acceleration acting on the body is downward force is G, well and good, plus because of this electric field there is the one more downward force. That is, what is that? That is EQ by M. Therefore the time period of the simple pendulum is 2 pi root of L by, actually it is not G. We will write it simple as G, but it is not G, it is G net. That means the acceleration net. What the total resultant of the acceleration we should take here. Therefore, A net, what is A net? There is nothing but G plus EQ by EM. That is the time period of the simple pendulum when I place an electric field. Now, if I reverse electric field, now what will happen? This is a simple pendulum, this is a charge Q. Now, if I reverse electric field, the electric field is upwards. Now, say me, there is some downwards acceleration, that is G. And now, because of it is a positive charge and the force will act along upwards. Therefore, what is net acceleration? The net acceleration here, downwards it is G, upwards it is EQ by EM. What is the acceleration net? The acceleration is nothing but G minus EQ by EM. Therefore, the time period is 2 pi root of L by, what is A net? That is nothing but G minus EQ by EM. Depending on the direction of electric field, the time period also will change. Please remember this. The time period formula is 2 pi root of L by G net, where G is a net acceleration acting on the body. Here the net acceleration here is simply G, therefore I am taking it as G. But here the net acceleration is not G, G plus EQ by M. Here the net acceleration is G minus EQ by M, therefore I should keep G minus EQ by M. Please remember this. Okay, now if by chance, if I place the charges like this along the suspension, if this is the simple pendulum, this charge Q, this bob is having some charge Q, and at the point of suspension, that means here, now I place one more charge Q. Now say me, the time period is 2 pi root of L by, what is this value? Now see here, will the time period will change or not? We'll see here. Now see here, observe carefully. Now because of this positive charge, there will be some repulsive force along this line. Now there is one downward force G, and because of this positive charge, there will be repulsive force that is acting downwards. Okay, well and good. Now, if the bob is here, making some angle theta, Now the mg is acting downwards, and now this is theta. If this is theta, this is also theta. This is mg cos theta. Along angular side it is mg cos theta, and along perpendicular side it is mg sin theta. Will you guys accept this? You study in oscillations. Okay. Now observe carefully. Which is the force which is bringing the pendulum back to its position? Mg cos theta won't do anything. It won't bring this charge back to its position. Only mg sin theta is the force. This is a restoring force which is bringing the bob back to its position. That means the restoring force is mg sin theta. Now when I place the charges q on q. Now what is the repulsive force? The repulsive force will be along the line joining them. That means this is the line. That means the force in this direction, the force will act. That is k q square by r square. That is L square. The force between them will act along this line. That means this force is not giving any component along the restoring force. That means wherever the body, even the body is here. Now this is mg and this is mg cos theta. This is theta and this is mg sin theta. Even this side also, only the mg sin theta is giving the restoring force. This is only the force which is bringing this bob back to its position. This mg cos theta is doing nothing. Therefore, restoring force I will take it as only mg sin theta. And now, if there is some charges q on q, though in which direction the force will be? The force will be along the line joining them. That means the force will be F in this direction. That means the force is not giving any component along the restoring force. Therefore, even though there are charges along the suspension, the starting and ending point of the suspensions, that force, that coulombic force won't give any restoring forces. If the restoring force is not changing, then the time period also won't change. Therefore, time period is root of L by G. It won't change. If the restoring forces are changing, then only the time period of the pendulums will change. The time period of the pendulum will depend on the restoring forces, the magnitude of restoring forces. Whatever be the position of the bob, but the restoring force is only mg sin theta, here also mg sin theta. This F is not contributing any restoring force. Therefore, the time period won't change. The time period of the single pendulum when the charges are suspended along the corners, that is starting and ending points, even though there is a force, that won't give any restoring force. Therefore, the time period won't change. Therefore, time period is 2 pi root of L by G. That's all. I think this is clear. Okay. By this, we'll end up this video. In next video, we'll see the problems in electric field lines, electric field intensities, this time period of the simple pendulums, then the motion of the charged particles. All these topics, you will see the problems. Only problems. Next video, totally problems. And if you guys have any doubt, it may be any topic, maybe 11th or it may be 12th, please mention my mail or my WhatsApp number which is given in the description. Within 24 hours, your doubts will be clarified. Thank you.